Hello again, YouTubers, on with SpongeBob and one back here again on the SpongeBob channel with part 24 of our SpongeBob Adventures in a Jam playthrough. If you missed out any previous part, link to the playlist is in the iCards and the description box below. So here we are back in King Krabs' castle, and we still have to fix that grill. So I do have a couple of things to harvest over here. I'm not even sure how to describe them. Well, of course, we got wooden boards and those like barbecue grill kind of things. But yeah, so hand grill, that's what it's called. So I'm actually doing this voiceover after the version 1.6x updates. So there are a couple of cool new features that are more of a quality of life and also something that's really interesting. The daily rewards, the one that you log in and get on a daily basis. Now, those, as far as I'm concerned, are gone. So I'm not sure if that's a bug or if it is intentional that they wanted to remove it. But yeah, so we're going to get some coal while I continue on this monologue here. And in terms of other quality of life functions that are positive, I noticed that you can actually look at the map a little bit better now. You're not confined to literally those invisible boundaries too much anymore. So now you can see the background of the map, you can see the sky. You will actually see some of that later, either in this part or in the next part, which I think is a super cool addition. Something that I really wish we could have done in Pet Park, which I again will refer to in I think part 25. If you don't know what Pet Park is, it was like a top-down Nickelodeon virtual world. It was a MMO based on Neopets, and it still is my favorite virtual world kind of game. Dialogue here: you did it! Now I can make Krabbye Patties to my heart's and the dragon's heart's content. So yeah, dragon, remember? Don't you have people to do that for you? Yes, but it seems that my Patties delivery is late. Oh, the road in this time is dangerous. Well, you don't say. Nonsense, no roads will interfere with the preparation of my Krabbye Patties. Go and find them right now. Yes, Mr. Your Highness. We're basically his delivery boys. Oh, and you also need royal lettuce and buns. So, well, let's go get those. Royal Krusty Krab, quest complete. Okay, so in search of patties and real jam here, we do need to give the decree scroll thing to the guy standing outside the castle, and we can finally gain access to, well, literally the remainder of the map. Now, in the previous part, I believe I did say we were trying to finish this area in this video. I was sorely mistaken because, again, I'm talking about this in hindsight now. This map is huge, and it consists of multiple maps as well, so this is not the only one. SpongeBob, where are we going to find enough patties to feed that thing? Maybe I can help. Madame Hackfish is back. Ah, monster! No, Patrick, it's just some sort of medieval Madame Hackfish. I stand by my comment. You sure do. Do you two fancy lads want my help or not? Sure, what are you offering? My wagon is loaded with these patties you mentioned. I can sell them to you for a penny apiece. Well, that's pretty cheap. Are they genuine patties? Now, that's a good question. For that price, they're whatever you want them to be. So she's conning us, basically. What's in them? Ask yourself if you really want to ask that. Never mind, we'll take all you have. Sometimes I just wonder if it's made out of seafood. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. Let's just harvest these and get a move on here. So Madame Hackfish is here from The Legends of Bikini Bottom. I thought her appearance in this series was always a bit strange, but it is what it is. Tasty bread. By the way, my favorite episode of that Legends of Bikini Bottom series, or mini-series, was Sponge Kano. So let me know your favorite in the comments. So now we have a windmill here, and you can see this is just branching out a little bit more into the vast wilderness of this map. And yeah, it is really quite big. Now the assumption I had before was the guy on the right has a quest saying new adventure, so I assumed like previous areas you would get to go to the next area, and no, that is not the case. So we have a lot more to get to in this zone. So let's quickly collect all of these. We have to rebuild the bakery as well, and we need some chalkstone, which is just laying around the ground right here. So that is very easy in a sense. Let's complete that bakery. We can also speed up the wheat production using buckets of water, which is cool. So there we go. Our bakery is completed. Tasty Bread quest complete. And the other one, Yellowlands quest complete. Okay, so now we do have to make flaw and burger buns. So the only bottleneck here is the flour, because that kind of takes a while. So we do have to get more wheat in order to make the flour, and then we can make the buns. Okie dokie, so I have the wheat completed. Hopefully that's enough to make a couple of buns, or the flour, excuse me. Use that, and yep, we do have enough for 1 bag of flour, which is probably only enough to make 1 bun, which is kind of strange. I mean, it really depends on how big the bag of flour is, but this is a game, so you know, nothing could make sense and it still makes sense, if that makes any sense. Alrighty, never mind. So now we do have to get the royal lettuce. You might be wondering, what's the difference between this lettuce and, well, the lettuce we grow back in Bikini Bottom? The answer is, well, apparently they're 2 different items. Like, they actually have different appearances, so they're coded differently. It just makes you have to, well, wait even more, because, you know, this game is all about waiting for the energy to recharge, and if you don't want to wait, you gotta pay for the gems to speed it up or watch the ads. Now, good thing there are ads, but you know, the ads that they make you watch like are 1 minute to 90 seconds, which is, or even more. I actually had an ad that lasted like 1 minute and 45 seconds. I'm not sure if they control that or it's random, but yeah, I could get like a 30-second ad and so on. Anyways, I digress here. Let's quickly get some energy from the sugar squeeze cart and the candy vending machine, and then head back over. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this one. So this mini game we introduced to you guys in the previous part, I believe, if I can recall. Yeah, it's like a 2048 kind of thing where you just have to combine stuff to make the other elements. I think I'm just gonna skip this part because yeah, the reward is just 50 energy. So let's move on. Okay, so we're done with that mini game. Back to King Krabs' castle, and no, I did not get that energy because I ran out of chances. So let's collect these items: milk, the hay, and the water, and of course putting another seahorse feed here because we actually will need cheese for later. So now, time to open up the access to the lettuce, the royal lettuce patch, field, whatever. And yeah, it's like that kind of flat lettuce rather than a head of lettuce. So cool, you know, that's great and all. Now we can make 1 bun, but we need 2. So yeah, that's gonna take a while more. Alrighty, we have our wheat, that is all ready. We have the royal lettuce, which is also ready. And it is time to make some Krabbye Patties. Oh, Krabbye Pattye is, you know, how it's spelled. But yeah. Alright, so let's make another bun here. And then we can be on our way. Quest complete. Final resources. Okay, just 1 more. Our buns are complete with the power of video editing, so now we can head into the not the Krusty Krab, King Krabs' castle and make up or cook up some Krabbye Patties. So you can see here we do still need the patty, which is silly because I didn't make that in advance, but yeah, we'll do that now. So this is the moment that I came to the realization that this map was way bigger than I expected, and this of course is recorded with the 1.5 update, so you still can't see the sky, but you will be able to in, well, later part of this playthrough, perhaps in this video or in the next one, because again, you know, I'm talking retrospectively here. So yeah, we can actually put a new seahorse feed on the ground there and make some cheese as well at the creamery. But yeah, so we have our dark wooden boards done, and we do need, wait, do we even need any of this? I don't think so. Yeah, all right. So yeah, we can plant a little bit more of that royal lettuce while waiting for the patty to be done, or the Krabbye Pattye. All right, so our first Krabbye Pattye is done. We need 1 more, so let's make 1 more right now. It's gonna take 3 minutes, and I just realized we need lettuce, so let's head outside. Good thing I actually just planted that before I cut the video last time. All right, so more milk here, which is always great. We don't have any seahorse feed, so let's make some. Oh, actually, we do have some that's ready to harvest, which is pretty great. cheese as well. And yeah, there it is, our royal lettuce. We've also got some wheat. I'm really not sure if we are going to have to use this later, but because based on what I've played so far, we haven't needed to make another Krabby Patty beyond this. Hopefully we don't have to eventually, right? I could be wrong, and in part 25 we're just still like, yeah, it's time to make some more Krabbye Patties, and we'll just keep coming back to this grill. Now, of course, this takes inspiration from Dungeons and Dragons at the very end, where, you know, King Krabs is cooking up the Krabby Patties for the dragon jellyfish, which, by the way, we saw earlier, or in part 23. Do you want us to serve you delicious grilled Krabbye Patties? Nonsense, I'm a hands-on ruler, but my royal spatula has seen better days of spatulaing. Can't you fashion a new spatula fit for a king? Well, yeah, a spatula? Your crabness, you came to the right guy. I love a good spatula. He sure does. You will find my finest metals in the dragon's lair. Is that safe? Why is his finest metals in the dragon's lair anyway? Not even a little. Make Krabbye Pattye. Maybe you can distract him. So yeah, that's a nice way of saying I don't have it. It's one Krabby Patty gonna be enough? There be'st only one way to find out. I know I said it wrong, but I'll leave yon grill and yon dragon in thy capable hands. Good luck. So yeah, Krabbye Patties, not Krabby Patty. Grilled jam quest complete and a new adventure. So now this was the original quest that I thought was gonna, you know, lead us to the next area. Apparently not, because now we need to make our way across the northern part of this map. So Royal Krabby Patty, and you can see the jellyfish dragon zapped hole thingy. New venture quest complete, and now we gotta fix those lava pits. First of all, those don't look like lava pits at all. So I guess they couldn't really figure out how to name them, so it looked red. They assumed it was just lava. Well, it definitely isn't, because, you know, the jellyfish dragon in the episode zapped the ground and created those pits. What are those guys even doing here? Crystal Dave? Well, I mean, the good thing is they put him there, but you can access him easily. And yeah, all right, so you just saw that. This was the part where I realized after 1.6, you can now see the sky, which is absolutely awesome. So this is just one of those quality of life updates that I have no qualms about at all. Cool thing, you know, you can see the sun in the sky. And I was referring to Pivot Part earlier in the video. In that game, it was kind of like this, but, you know, not interactive. Like, you didn't have to clear stuff off the ground. But the idea was you're looking down at an angle, and your characters, you were adventuring, you know, walking around, interacting with characters and friends and all that. So, you know, it kind of reminded me of that game a little bit. But now that you can see the sky, this game has one up to that. Pet Park. Okay, so we need to get a little bit more energy here, and, you know, to clear the lava pits, as they're called. So back here, chalkstone. Funny how these pits are even cured by chalkstone. So, like, what is the ground even made of, man? Is there a ground that's literally made of chalk? I mean, it could be like limestone or something, but not chalk, right? Anyways, we need a little bit more chalkstone, and then we can clear up that pit. Oh man, it was like so anticlimactic. I thought something was gonna happen. We must be close now, Patrick. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my ossicles. That cave over there, that's right, the dragon's lair. What's in there, do you think? Should I be worried? Oh, you shouldn't be worried about dragon for sure, Patrick. Besides the king's precious metal, fear, danger, terrifying creatures, the usual. Okay, that's another way to put it. Why can't caves ever be a place where you can get ice cream? Well, why couldn't they? That wouldn't make for a very exciting song. Sorry, I forgot you were here. You'd be surprised how often that happens. Let's go, you two. Adventure awaits. Alright, quest complete, I guess. I'm gonna leave that for next video, so make sure to subscribe, like, and in the next part we'll continue down this path into the cave. We do have the jellyfish dragon, which is just beyond this, so yeah, that's gonna be cool to see. There you go, we've got another lava pit to fix now, and that means we need a little bit more chalkstone, which we have to regenerate. So we'll see you guys in part 25 with more from King Krabs' castle. Till then, bye!